Donald Trump just wrapped up a disastrous speech in Nassau County, New York. Donald Trump bragged that gas prices are higher now, and he was saying that people should thank him that prices are higher because it's the price we should all pay for Donald Trump's war against Iran, which Donald Trump says is very successful. Donald Trump says we will be annexing the Strait of Hormuz, and it will be soon turned into a United States territory. Donald Trump went on to talk about young, beautiful girls in the White House. These very young, beautiful girls, they're very young. They're so young and so beautiful. They come up to me always. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. That's what the young girls say to me. This was truly sickening. Now, Donald Trump's speech took place in Nassau County, New York. He was campaigning for Bruce Blakeman. Blakeman is running for the position of governor of the state of New York. He's currently the county executive of Nassau County, and so he used the police department and had them all dress up in uniform to be Donald Trump's prop during this disastrous speech. I believe those police officers were also getting paid. Perhaps they were getting paid overtime as well by Bruce Blakeman and Nassau County to be used as props in uniform. Here, of course, should be noted that Donald Trump is a convicted felon. It should also be noted that Donald Trump is covering up a child sex trafficking ring by covering up the Epstein files. And it should also be noted that Donald Trump has been found civilly liable for sexual assault and that he is on audio recording bragging about sexually assaulting women and saying when you're rich, you get away with it and they let you do it. He's a truly sickening human being. It is absolutely disgusting that the police department was standing behind him. This will certainly compromise their cases that they're on. Imagine cases involving sex trafficking, money laundering, and other major crimes, about how easy it will be to cross-examine these officers as they were laughing through this racist, disgusting speech. But I think it's important that we give you that context and that all news organizations do what I just did before reporting on what went down. So here Donald Trump says it's a great thing that gas prices are up. It's just the price that everybody needs to pay for winning, he says. He says that's what happens when, because of this, which I call a catastrophic and unlawful war in Iran, he says this is what everybody should be getting right now. Higher gas prices. Here, play this clip.
So for you to pay a tiny little bit more for your gasoline, just remember, you're doing it so that a very evil country cannot have, a country really, it's the #1 state sponsor of terror in the world. We don't want to have them have a nuclear weapon. So remember that when you have to pay a little bit more, you're at $4. It's okay. I mean, it's, I'll never apologize. I did the right thing. But you could, if you didn't have.
Then in a very creepy way, he starts to talk about young, beautiful girls in the White House. Let's play this clip.
No, these young, beautiful girls, these young, beautiful girls in the White House, they come in. Now, I'm not supposed to say beautiful, but what the hell? These gorgeous, beautiful girls, they want to be safe, and they come, Mr. President, may I speak to you? Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I said, why are you thanking me? Because a year and a half ago, I was afraid to leave. I was afraid to open the door of my apartment, and now I walk to the White House every morning, and I have absolutely no fear. Thank you, sir.
Then he says that he will declare the Hormuz Strait a territory of the United States. Let's play this clip.
And after we finish defeating Iran, which is being very badly defeated, pretty soon I'll be declaring the Hormuz Strait a territory of the United States.
Then he continues to say men, older men, older women, younger women. They all say thank you to me. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for what? For making the cost of living even worse, for making things less affordable, for covering up child sex trafficking rings, for wasting our taxpayers on war crimes and catastrophic unlawful wars with Netanyahu, while inflation surges, while at this point right now, in August, Gas prices on a national average basis are higher than they've ever been in the history of the United States, for depleting our munitions, for running through our strategic stockpile of petroleum. Well, we were supposed to say, thank you, sir. Thank you for screwing up America, for destroying our alliances. Here, play this clip.
No, I get it all the time. Men, women, older men, younger men, and older women and younger women, they're all saying thank you, and I know exactly what they mean. We lived in a hellhole. 2 years ago, we were in a hellhole, and now we have one of the safest cities, and it should be safe. It's our nation's capital. We represent the whole universe, frankly, because there's nothing like the United States. Look at what we've...
Then Donald Trump looks at the police officers behind him, who all look white, and he says, these people don't like diversity, right? Am I right? We don't like diversity and equity and inclusion. Am I right? And then all the police officers behind him shake their heads. I mean, this truly looks, in my opinion, like you pick the authoritarian regime right here. The police, the partisan police department, shaking their heads, boasting about not appreciating diversity. What the hell's even going on here? Play this clip.
No more. And we've essentially killed DEI. Isn't that nice? No more DEI. I don't see the people behind me big on DEI. Were you big on DEI, anybody? That's not a DEI group, I can tell. It never was, by the way.
Then Donald Trump mocks Palestinian people and mocks Chuck Schumer, the senator of New York. And he says, Chuck Schumer, he's a Palestinian. I want to give him Palestinian garb. Here, play this clip.
That's her campaign. That's what she says, end policing, full stop. The radical extremist has not been disavowed by Chuck Schumer, who's a Palestinian. He's a full-fledged Palestinian. In fact, I'm looking for Palestinian garb. I'm going to send it to him for his birthday. I know him very well. Or crazy Nancy Pelosi, she's totally crazy. If you got to know her, you'd say she's crazy. Or Kathy Hochul, who's done such a poor job in New York.
Then Donald Trump gets the police department behind him to boo NATO, and Trump attacks NATO in the speech in New York. Here, play this clip.
Under the Trump administration, America is winning again, and America is respected again. All over the world, we're respected like never before, and that's because I put America first. We're first. And we're first in terms of many countries. When they need help, they call America. I don't always give it, because sometimes they haven't been very good to us. You know, NATO wasn't there for us, by the way. You know, NATO was not there for us. We pay all that money for so many decades. Money, money, money. We say, yeah, give us a hand. Well, sure, we'd rather not. But we remember. We inherited the worst border in the...
Then Donald Trump goes on to say that we will pass the health care plan. Remember, Donald Trump promised in his first term that he would do a plan better than Obamacare, but now all he does is lie and claim prescription drug prices are down 600%, 800%. And he just says, I am going to do a most favored nations provision where I brought prescription drug prices down as low as they've ever been. And people are getting health care so cheap right now, when we know that's not true at all. And so Donald Trump's like, the healthcare industry, it's run by the Democrats. And that's why healthcare is so high. I just want to give you money so that you can deal with your healthcare yourself. I just want to give you the money. Do you even understand the way insurance works? Do you realize that it costs more than $2,000 to get surgeries or to have serious doctor appointments or do you not even know the way it works at all? And by the way, you're not giving people the money. You're just a fraud. You're a con artist. You know how Donald Trump says, I would make the greatest communism. Like Lenin, I would just promise people I'd give them money and everything would be great. Then I wouldn't deliver. Yeah, that's you. A communist, authoritarian, despicable human being. Play this clip.
We will pass the great health care plan to stop all payments to big insurance companies. You have to understand, the insurance companies are totally controlled, 100%. They're totally controlled by the Democrats, and give the money directly to the people. They give billions and billions of dollars to insurance companies. We're giving them directly to the people. You go out, you buy your own health insurance, and you have money left over. You end up with better health insurance.
Then Donald Trump says, we're winning, we're beating Iran, we're beating the Islamic Republic. No one wants to write about it, but we're the winners. Again, so pathetic. Here, play this clip.
We won in Venezuela, which is now working with what nobody's ever seen. We're taking millions and millions of barrels of oil out every single week. And we're likewise winning big with the Islamic Republic of Iran. Nobody has any idea how successful we are. They don't want to write it, but they know. You know who knows how well we're doing? Iran. Iran.
Then he goes on to say Iran has no leadership. They're gone. The first level, the second level, the third level. No one even knows who we know who the leadership is. We know who the leadership is at the parliamentary level, MB Ghalibaf, at the foreign ministry level, Aragchi. We know at the Ayatollah level, Mojtaba. We know at the IRGC level, all of the new individuals who have recently been promoted to have top-level positions there. We know all of the people who are there. Iran controls the Strait of Hormuz, a statement that was just released by ADNOC, the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, just talked about 2 tankers being struck recently. But Trump's a liar, so this is what liars do. This is what felons do. This is what people who are sexual predators. These are a sick human being. We get that, right? Here, play this clip.
It's totally gone. 159 ships. They had a total of 159 ships. 159 ships are right now at the bottom of the sea. They had 212 very nice airplanes, some bought from the United States brilliantly through Obama, Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? Barack Hussein Obama. And every one of their airplanes is shot down. It's gone. They have no leadership. Their leadership is gone. Their first tour is gone. Their second tour is gone. Their third tour is half gone. That's one of my problems. There's nobody to negotiate with. It is a problem. I said, are you sure this guy's okay? It's the only country in the world where nobody wants to be president.
And Donald Trump's like, their radar is gone. Iran's manufacturing of missiles is 82%. He just makes them 82% of what? What are you talking about? Here, play this clip.
To be president. But their radar's gone. All of their high intelligence equipment is gone. Their manufacturing of missiles is 82%. They still have missiles, but not a lot. They still have drones, but just a fraction of what they had. But their manufacturing is largely gone. And I read an article in one of the fake newspapers the other day.
Then he says he hates reading boring speeches. Play this clip.
And another little stat, I love these stats. I love these. I hate reading these boring speeches because, to be honest with you, isn't it nice to have a president that doesn't have to read a teleprompter? Teleprompters are easy. They're bored. You get a little bored with teleprompters. But
he talks about putting shampoo in your hair. He's like Billy Madison, shampoo's better than conditioner. I mean, this is the stupidest thing in the world. Here, play this clip.
Beautiful, everything's beautiful. There's only one problem. I walk into the store, I said, what's going on here? Every shelf has glass on it, and it's got a lock and a key. I said, why do you do that? How do you live like that? You want a toothbrush, or you want a little toothpaste, or you want to get a little Dove soap. You know, you have nice skin. One Dove, you can pour it gently on your face. Keep your skin very nice. You want a little of that good hair that can puff up your hair a little bit more, so it makes you look like you have 4% more hair than you had. They charge you a fortune. And you have to call the clerk. Sir, would you please help me? Yes, sir, I will. They open up a door at the last store, and they give you a bottle of shampoo. Give me a break.
He then brings Todd Blanche, his corrupt attorney general, with him at this bizarre event. And Todd Blanche is like, I won't play you what Todd Blanche said before, but Donald Trump's like, and Todd, you got to stay strong, Todd. Again, in normal America, the Department of Justice is an independent branch. They don't show up at rallies like this where you have especially heinous things being said. Let's play it.
Declared a very strong war on crime. It's been really amazing. We've let our outstanding new Attorney General, happens to be with us. I was surprised to see him. He just got sworn in 2 days ago. Todd Blanche, he's going to be a legend. Where's Todd? I know him very well. I know him for a long time. He's going to be the greatest maybe ever. And we had some good ones in the country. I think he's going to go down. He's got a shot at being the greatest ever. If he remains tough and strong, he'll never change. Are you going to change your ways? I don't think so. If he doesn't change his ways, he's going to go down as the best. So I want to thank Todd, even for being here. He just got sworn in.
Then you have Bruce Blakeman. I could show you here. He's the Nassau County executive. He's the county executive who brought all of those police there to be used as the props. And he's like, everybody, you should vote Donald Trump. I love Donald Trump. Donald Trump's the greatest. Here, play this clip.
During Biden-Harris, thank you, President Trump, and God bless you for everything you do. We appreciate you. Keep going.
Now, it should be noted that Donald Trump's overall approval in New York is at record lows. He was never popular in New York at all. His approval nationwide is at record lows. Worst approval of any president since 1953, when modern polling was really invented. And I'll just say this too. I grew up in Nassau County. It's personal to me also. I grew up in Plainview, New York. I went to Plainview JFK High School. And so to see this, to see the behavior even by the police there and their behavior, it's not law and order. I mean, again, if you're a criminal defense attorney on any case where you're representing a client, I'm looking out there, I'm going to find the police officer, and I'm going to say, oh, you were laughing at that? Do you support the cover-up of the Epstein files? Do you support, the insider trading? Do you support this, that, and the other? And I mean, I think they've compromised a lot of their cases. They've compromised their ability. I was a civil rights litigator, so I dealt with cases where I sued bad cops. And I also met good cops along the way. And in my life dealings now, I've interacted with a lot of great cops and sheriffs and people who I respect, who work with the communities, inside the communities, and recognize that policing is also about building trust within the community, not being antagonistic to the communities that you serve. It's public service. And that's one of the reasons that people should admire good cops, because they provide public service and that they should be protecting them. But when you see stuff like this, it undercuts it. And it creates a real us versus them mentality that actually creates lots of problems. And that's my experience as someone who used to be, before starting Meidas, a civil rights litigator, as one of the learning experiences that I've had. So I just want to, I could go on and on forever about that, but you get the point. Please pre-order WTF America. It's the book I wrote with my brothers. It's available for pre-order now. It comes out October 20th. I hope you'll get a copy. And subscribe to this YouTube channel. Let's keep it growing to 7 million. Thanks for watching.
Before you go, our book, WTF America, is available for pre-order now. It's the story of how we got here and how we fight our way back. To pre-order, scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Let's do this.